My wife fed me gourmet pâté and then laughed. It's actually dog food. You ate dog food. She filmed my reaction for TikTok. I didn't laugh. I filed for divorce citing food tampering and sent the video to the health department where she worked as a chef. And then, 36 male sat down to what I thought was a nice dinner 3 weeks ago. My wife, 33, had made this elaborate spread. Crusty bread, fancy crackers, wine, and this pâté she said she'd been working on. Some new recipe she was excited about. I'm not a food snob, but I trust her. She's an executive chef at a boutique hotel downtown, been working there for 5 years, makes good money, knows her stuff. When she says something is good, it usually is. So I spread that pâté on a cracker, took a bite. It was fine, bit gamey maybe, but pâté is supposed to taste like that. I ate another, then another. Made positive comments because she seemed eager for feedback. How is it? She kept asking. Really good? Yeah, it's great, little rich but good. She was recording me on her phone. I figured she was documenting the recipe for her work portfolio or something. She does that sometimes. After I'd eaten probably 6 or 7 crackers worth, she started giggling, then full-on laughing. Tears streaming down her face, doubled over laughing. What's so funny? She could barely get the words out. It's not pâté. What? It's dog food. Premium dog food blended with herbs. You just ate like half a can. She was howling now, holding up her phone. I got it all on video. This is going to blow up on TikTok. I just stared at her. Come on, babe, it's hilarious. You kept saying it was good. Oh my God, wait till everyone sees this. You fed me dog food. It's not like it's poison. It's literally human-grade ingredients. I checked the label. Some people eat it at trade shows. You tricked me into eating dog food and filmed it. For content, don't be so sensitive. It's funny. It wasn't funny. I stood up, went to the bathroom, and threw up everything. Not because of the dog food itself. She was right that it was technically safe. But because my wife, the person I trusted most, had deliberately deceived me about what I was putting in my body. For internet points. When I came back out, she was already editing the video. Adding text overlays. When your husband thinks he's a food critic? Delete that. What? No way. This is gold. I'm serious. Delete it. You're overreacting. It's a harmless prank. You tampered with my food without consent. That's not a prank. She rolled her eyes. Tampered? Oh my God, so dramatic. It's not like I poisoned you. Delete the video or I'm leaving. Fine, leave then. Go sleep at your brother's and get over yourself. I'll post it anyway. You can't control what I put on my account. I packed a bag, went to my brother's place, spent the night thinking. By morning, I'd made my decision. Monday, I called a divorce attorney. Explained the situation. She took it more seriously than I expected. Food tampering, even as a prank, can be grounds for divorce in terms of emotional abuse and breach of trust. And the video is evidence. Do you have a copy? She posted it publicly. It's on TikTok. Get screenshots. Download it if you can. We'll need that. I downloaded the video. Over 50,000 views already. Comments were mixed. Some people thought it was hilarious. Others were calling her cruel. She was responding to comments defending it as just a joke. Then I did something else. I filed a formal complaint with the county health department. My wife worked with food professionally. She'd publicly admitted to feeding someone pet food as a joke, showing a fundamental lack of respect for food safety and consent. The complaint form had a section for video evidence. I attached the TikTok link. Tuesday afternoon, my attorney filed for divorce. Grounds: irreconcilable differences and emotional abuse through food tampering. My wife called me 30 minutes after being served. Are you insane? Divorce? Over a prank? You violated my trust. I fed you fancy dog food. Bougie people pay money for that kind of stuff. You lied about what you were feeding me, on camera, for entertainment. This is ridiculous. You're throwing away 7 years of marriage because you can't take a joke. I'm ending a marriage where my partner thinks humiliating me online is funny. I'm not taking down the video. It's my account, my content. You're just embarrassed because everyone saw you get pranked. Keep it up. It's evidence. Evidence of what? That you have no sense of humor? I hung up. Wednesday, she started getting her friends involved. Texts from her sister, her best friend, her coworker, all saying I was overreacting, being controlling, couldn't handle her success on social media. Thursday morning, she called again. Different tone this time. I got suspended from work. What? The health department showed up, asked questions about food handling ethics and whether I understood consent in food service. My boss put me on paid suspension pending investigation. Did you report me? Yes. You what? You're a professional chef who publicly admitted to deceiving someone about what they were eating. That's a health department issue. It was at home, not at work. You showed a pattern of behavior. They need to investigate whether you take food safety seriously. You're trying to destroy my career. I'm protecting public safety. You thought feeding someone pet food without consent was content-worthy. What else might you think is funny? I hate you. You're a vindictive piece of garbage. I'm someone who expects basic respect. You chose TikTok clout over your marriage. She hung up on me this time. Update 1. It's been about 10 days since I filed. Things have gotten messy. First, the legal stuff. My attorney is pushing hard on the food tampering angle. Turns out there's case law about this. People have gotten restraining orders for less. The video showing her laughing while admitting what she did? Gold for our side. Divorce in our state takes minimum 6 months to finalize. But we're separated now. I'm staying with my brother. She's in our rental apartment. Lease is in both names, but I've been paying 70% of rent since she makes less. Attorney says I still need to pay my portion during proceedings. Fine. Small price for sanity. The health department investigation is ongoing. My wife got interviewed twice. According to her texts, which she sends constantly, despite my lawyer telling her to stop, they're treating it seriously. Not just because of the dog food thing, but because she filmed it and posted it publicly. Shows concerning judgment regarding food and consent. Her work extended the suspension, still paid, but she can't be in the kitchen until the investigation concludes and they do their own review. She's losing her mind about it. But here's where the entitlement really ramped up. Last week she showed up at my brother's place, pounding on the door at 9 p.m. My brother answered. He doesn't want to talk to you. This is between me and my husband. Let me in. I came to the door, didn't open it, talk through it. You need to leave. You need to fix this. Drop the complaint. My career is on the line. Should have thought about that before posting. It was a joke. People play pranks on their spouses all the time. Not with food, not filmed, not posted publicly when they work in food service. The health department said I might lose my food handler's license. That's their call, not mine. How am I supposed to work? How are we supposed to pay bills? We aren't paying bills. You're paying yours, I'm paying mine. That's divorce. You can't afford this place without my income. Actually, I can. I've been paying most of our rent anyway, and I'm moving out soon. Moving where? Not your concern. This is insane. You're destroying our life over dog food. My brother stepped in. He ate food you lied about. You filmed his humiliation, posted it publicly. You're mad he has consequences for you. Now leave before I call the cops for trespassing. She left, but not before screaming that I was ruining her life, and she'd make sure everyone knows what kind of person I am. Sure enough, next day, new TikTok video. Her, crying, talking about how her husband can't handle successful women and is weaponizing the legal system because she played a harmless prank. Comments were split. Some supported her. Others pointed out feeding someone pet food without consent is messed up. She was arguing in the comments, getting more defensive and entitled by the hour. Then she tried something new. Filed her own complaint with HR at my company. I work in tech. Remote job, decent pay. She called them claiming I was creating a hostile home environment and emotionally abusing her, and they should know about it. My boss called me in for a video meeting. We got a strange call from your wife. Soon-to-be ex-wife. We're divorcing. She made some serious accusations. All false. She's retaliating because I filed for divorce after she fed me dog food as a prank and posted it online. I can send you the video and divorce filing if you need proof. She fed you dog food? For TikTok content. I filed a complaint with the health department since she's a professional chef. She's not taking it well. He watched the video I sent. His expression went from confused to horrified to angry. This is what she's calling you abusive over? Apparently leaving someone who humiliates you online is abuse now. We'll document this as a harassment attempt. If she contacts us again, let me know. Thanks. My wife's next move was involving my parents, called them crying, said I was being cruel and vindictive. My mom called me. Honey, is it true you're divorcing over a prank? She fed me dog food without telling me, filmed my reaction and posted it publicly. That's not a prank, that's humiliation. She said it was harmless. Would you want dad feeding you cat food and laughing about it online? Long pause. No. Neither would I. She seems really sorry. She's sorry she got consequences, not sorry she did it. Mom sighed. I just hate seeing you two split up. I hate that my wife valued TikTok views more than my dignity. My wife then started a new campaign, financial manipulation. She'd been managing our joint savings account, about $8,000 total, suddenly started withdrawing cash. $500 here, $300 there. My attorney filed an emergency motion to freeze the account. Judge granted it, but she'd already pulled out $2,100. Where's the money? My attorney asked her in their call. Lawyer fees and living expenses since he abandoned me. He's paying his portion of rent. You have your salary. I'm suspended, and it's his fault. You're on paid suspension, your income hasn't changed. I have emotional damages. The judge wasn't impressed, ordered her to return the money or face contempt charges. She returned $1,400, claimed the rest went to necessary expenses she couldn't prove. Then came the really bold move. She changed the locks on our apartment. Even though I'm still on the lease, even though I'm still paying my portion, just changed the locks without telling me or the landlord. I found out when I went to pick up more of my stuff. T didn't work, called the landlord. Did you authorize a lock change? No. Why? Locks are different. That's illegal. I'll send maintenance over. Maintenance let me in. My wife wasn't home, but my stuff was. All of it. Piled in the middle of the living room. Clothes, toiletries, books, electronics. Just dumped in a heap. Took photos, documented everything. Loaded it all into my brother's truck. My wife called an hour later, screaming, "You broke into our apartment." I used the landlord's key after you illegally changed the locks. Those are my locks, my safety. It's our lease. You can't lock out a legal tenant. I felt unsafe with you having a key. I haven't been there in 2 weeks. You felt unsafe, so you piled my stuff in the living room? I want you out of the lease. Then I stopped paying rent. Your choice. Silence. The landlord says you violated the lease terms. He's considering eviction if you don't change them back. This is your fault. All of it. No, it's yours. You made a choice. You're living with it. She hung up. Lease locks got changed back to standard. Landlord warned her one more stunt and she's out. But the absolute peak of entitlement came yesterday. She tried to file a restraining order against me. Claimed I was stalking and harassing her. Evidence? Me going to the apartment that I'm legally on the lease for, and me filing the health department complaint, which is legal and protected. We had a hearing. Judge read her petition. Read my counter evidence. The lease, the divorce filing, the health department complaint, screenshots of her contacting me repeatedly. Ma'am, your husband has had minimal contact with you. He's exercising his legal rights regarding divorce and his tenancy. Filing a complaint with a regulatory agency isn't harassment, it's civic duty. Petition denied. But he's trying to ruin my career. He filed a complaint about conduct you publicly admitted to on social media. If that ruins your career, that's a consequence of your actions. She argued with the judge. Actually argued. Her attorney had to physically restrain her from continuing. Your Honor, my client is under extreme stress. Your client needs to understand that pranks have consequences, especially for professionals in food service. Petition denied. Next case. Outside the courthouse, she tried one more time. You happy now? You've destroyed everything. You destroyed it. I'm just not cleaning up your mess anymore. I made one mistake. You made a choice to humiliate me, to post it publicly, to defend it when called out. That's not one mistake, that's a pattern. Everyone thinks you're crazy. Some people. Others think you got what you deserved. I don't care either way. I care that I don't have to live with someone who thinks my dignity is content. I want our life back. That life is gone. You killed it for views. Her attorney pulled her away before she could respond. Tomorrow we have mediation for asset division. My attorney says it'll be rough. We might split everything 50-50, even though I paid more into savings. That's fine. I'll pay whatever to be done. Because here's the thing. The money doesn't matter. The apartment doesn't matter. What matters is I'm not with someone who sees me as content instead of a partner. She thought dog food was funny. I think divorce papers are justice. Update 2. Mediation was 2 days ago. Absolute nightmare. We sat in separate rooms with our attorneys going back and forth. My wife's position, she deserves 60% of assets because my hostile action caused her career damage. My attorney shut that down immediately. Your client caused her own career damage by publicly posting evidence of questionable judgment regarding food and consent. My client filed a legitimate complaint. Her attorney tried the emotional damage angle. My client has suffered severe emotional distress from this divorce and the investigation. Self-inflicted distress from facing consequences. We ended up at 50-50 split of everything. Joint savings gets divided equally, minus the $700 she couldn't account for. She has to eat that loss. Furniture gets divided by who bought what. I get my electronics and personal items. She gets her kitchen equipment and clothes. Standard stuff. The apartment lease is the complicated part. Both names on it, 3 months left. Options: one of us buys the other out, or we both stay on it until it expires and pay our portions. My wife demanded I pay the full rent for the remaining 3 months and move out. My attorney, no. Her attorney, my client needs stability during this difficult time. Then she can pay for it. My client is moving into his own place next week. He's abandoning the apartment. He's moving out while continuing to pay his contractual portion. That's not abandonment. We settled on. I pay my 70% portion until the lease ends in 3 months. Then I'm done. She covers her 30%. If she can't afford it, she can break the lease herself and pay the penalty. She was furious. Could hear her screaming through the wall. He's leaving me homeless. You have a job and an apartment you can afford your portion of. You're not homeless. Mediation ended. Assets divided. Now we wait for the divorce to finalize. About 5 more months. But here's where things got worse for her. The health department concluded their investigation. Results came back yesterday. My wife's suspension is now unpaid pending a formal hearing. The department found evidence of concerning judgment regarding food safety and informed consent. They're recommending her food handler's license be suspended for 6 months minimum, with mandatory retraining on food safety ethics. Her hotel is taking action too. They can't have a chef without a valid food handler's license. She's effectively fired until she gets it reinstated, which won't happen for at least 6 months, if ever. She called me losing her mind. They took my license. I can't work. That's their decision based on your actions. This is your fault. You did this. You did this when you posted that video. It was a joke. I didn't poison you. You showed you don't understand consent in food service. That's literally what food handler licenses are for. I'm going to lose my apartment. I can't pay rent without working. You'll figure it out. Get a non-food job. Move somewhere cheaper. Ask family for help. Not my problem anymore. How can you be so cold? How could you be so cruel? You humiliated me online and expected me to smile about it. Now you're facing consequences and want sympathy. No. She started crying. Please, please just drop the complaint. Tell them you overreacted. Fix this. I can't drop it. It's concluded. They made their determination based on evidence you provided. Then tell my boss you're wrong. Tell them I'm a good chef. You might be a good chef, but you're a bad person, and bad people don't deserve recommendations from people they've hurt. I'm sorry. Is that what you want to hear? I wanted to hear it 3 weeks ago, before you defended the video, before you tried to file false reports against me, before you changed the locks illegally. You're not sorry you did it. You're sorry it didn't work out for you. Please. I hung up. Her family started calling me. Her sister, her dad, her best friend, all with variations of the same message. I was destroying her life over a mistake, being vindictive, need to fix this. I gave them all the same response. She made a choice. I made a choice. We're both living with the results. Don't contact me again. Blocked all of them. Then came the desperate plays. She tried to get the TikTok video removed, claimed it was revenge porn or harassment. TikTok denied the request. It's her own video she posted publicly. Can't claim revenge on yourself. She tried to get mutual friends to intervene, host a reconciliation dinner where we could talk it out. I declined. Most of those friends have stopped contacting me anyway. they're in her corner or want to stay neutral. Fine. Trash took itself out. She even tried to claim I should pay her rent fully because the divorce is my idea. Her attorney brought it up in a follow-up call. My client is facing extreme financial hardship due to your client's actions. My attorney? Your client is facing consequences of her own documented behavior. My client filed for divorce, which is his legal right. He's paying his contractual portion of rent. Anything beyond that is not his obligation. He's essentially making her homeless. She has a job. She's suspended but receiving unemployment benefits. She can get a non-food service job. She can move to a cheaper place. She has options, none of which obligate my client to fund her lifestyle post-separation. Her attorney dropped it. The absolute final escalation came 3 days ago. She filed a police report claiming I stole property from the apartment. What property? Her grandmother's ring, worth maybe $3,000. Problem: I've never touched that ring, don't even know where she kept it. Police called me for questioning. I came in with my attorney. Detective, your wife claims you took a family heirloom during the separation. Me, I took my own belongings after she illegally locked me out. I have photos of everything I took. None of it was jewelry. She says you have a key to the apartment. I'm on the lease. Landlord gave me access after she changed locks illegally. I took my own stuff. That's it. My attorney provided the photos I'd taken, time-stamped and everything. My laptop, clothes, books, toiletries, no jewelry visible anywhere. She also claims you have a history of theft. That's false. I've never stolen anything. She's retaliating because I filed for divorce and a health department complaint. Showed them the TikTok video. The divorce filing. The health department complaint. The timeline of her escalating accusations. Detective reviewed everything. This looks like a false report motivated by divorce proceedings. It is. We'll follow up with her. If we determine she filed a false report, she could face charges. They contacted my wife, told her they found no evidence of theft, and if she couldn't provide proof, they'd close the case and potentially charge her with filing a false report. Suddenly she found the ring. It was in a different jewelry box, case closed. But the detective noted it in the file as suspected false reporting. Her attorney called mine. This has to stop. My client is spiraling. Then tell her to stop making false accusations and let the divorce proceed. She's lost her career, her husband, her stability. She's desperate. She lost those things because of her own choices. Your client posted a video admitting to food tampering. My client responded legally and appropriately. Everything since has been her escalation. Can we at least agree to a cease contact order? Both parties stop trying to reach each other. My client hasn't been reaching out. Check the records. Every contact has been initiated by your client or her representatives. I'll speak with her. Yesterday, I got a final text from her, from a new number I didn't have blocked. I hope you're happy. You got what you wanted. My career is destroyed. My life is over. All because you couldn't take a joke. I'll never forgive you for this. I didn't respond, just screenshot it and sent it to my attorney. She added it to the file. Here's the reality. My wife thought humiliating me was entertaining. When I didn't laugh along, she doubled down, tripled down, made false reports, illegal lock changes, financial manipulation, fake theft claims. Every single consequence she's facing is a direct result of her documented actions. The TikTok video she posted, the behavior she demonstrated, the pattern she established. I didn't destroy her career. She did. I just stopped protecting her from herself. Divorce finalizes in about 4 months. I'm in a studio apartment now, paying less rent than before, actually saving money. Work is good. Brother's been supportive. Am I sad? Yeah, 7 years gone is sad. Am I guilty? No, I didn't do this. She did. She wanted views. She got consequences. That's fair. Final update. It's been 3 months since my last update. Divorce finalized 2 weeks ago. Final settlement was exactly what we agreed in mediation. 50-50 split of assets, minus the $700 she misused from savings. I kept my electronics and personal items. She kept her kitchen equipment and personal items. Furniture got split based on who purchased what originally. The apartment situation resolved itself. She couldn't afford her portion of rent once her suspension went unpaid. Broke the lease 2 weeks before it was set to expire anyway. Had to pay 1 month penalty, about $1,600. That was her problem. not mine. I'd paid my portion through the end like agreed. Last I heard through mutual acquaintances, the few who still talked to me, she moved back in with her parents. Different state, about 5 hours away. Good. Distance is good. The health department hearing happened last month. Her food handler's license got suspended for 8 months, not 6. She has to complete food safety retraining and pass a new examination to reinstate it. The hearing officer noted a troubling lack of understanding regarding consent in food service contexts and appropriate boundaries between personal and professional conduct. Her hotel formally terminated her employment. Can't keep a chef on staff who can't legally handle food. She tried to sue for wrongful termination. Attorney told her she had no case. They terminated her for losing a required license for the position. That's legal. She apparently tried to get work as a consultant or recipe developer, but the TikTok video is still up and searchable. Her name is attached to it. Any potential employer who Googles her finds woman feeds husband dog food for TikTok prank in the results. Not great for someone trying to work in food professionally. I've heard she's working retail now. Some home goods store near her parents' place, making probably a third of what she made as a chef. That's rough, but again, consequences of documented choices. She tried one last manipulation about a month ago. Had her attorney send a letter requesting I write a statement to the health department saying I overreacted and she's learned from the experience. My attorney's response was simple. My client will not commit perjury. The health department's determination was based on evidence your client publicly provided. Their decision stands on its own merit. That was the last I heard from her side. The TikTok video is still up, by the way. Over 200,000 views now. Comments are locked, but it's there. Permanent internet record of the choice that ended her marriage and career. She can't delete it without admitting she was wrong, and apparently her pride won't let her do that. As for me, I'm doing okay. Not great, not terrible, just okay. Therapy has helped. Processing the betrayal, the gaslighting, the manipulation tactics she used after. Understanding that someone you love can genuinely not care about hurting you if they think they'll benefit from it. That's been hard. Dating? No, not ready. Don't trust my judgment right now. Need time to reset and figure out what red flags I missed. Work is good. Actually got a promotion last month. More money, fully remote, better projects. That helps. Living situation is stable. Studio apartment is small but mine. Quiet. No one's filming me without consent or laughing at my expense. I've lost most of our mutual friends. They chose her side or chose neutrality, which means her side. Whatever. Real friends would have seen the manipulation. These people wanted entertainment, not truth. My family has been supportive. Brother let me crash with him for 6 weeks. Never complained once. Mom apologized for initially questioning my decision. Dad just said, "You did right," and that was enough. Someone asked if I regret filing for divorce over just a prank. No. Here's why. It wasn't about dog food. It was about trust, consent, and respect. She lied about what she was feeding me. She filmed my reaction without telling me. She posted it publicly for mockery. She defended it when confronted. She escalated into financial manipulation, false reports, and character assassination when held accountable. The dog food was just the symptom. The disease was a fundamental lack of respect for me as a person. If I'd stayed, it would have gotten worse. Next prank. Next humiliation. Next time I was expected to laugh along while she treated me like content instead of a partner. Some people think I went too far with the health department complaint. No. She's a professional chef who publicly demonstrated poor judgment about food and consent. That's literally what food handler licenses exist to regulate. If my complaint didn't exist, someone else would have reported it eventually. I just did it first. She could have apologized immediately, taken down the video, made amends. Instead, she doubled down, made excuses, and spent 3 months trying to destroy me for having boundaries. Every single consequence she faced was a direct result of her documented public behavior. I didn't fabricate evidence. I didn't lie to authorities. I didn't file false reports. I showed them what she showed the world. That's not revenge. That's accountability. Would I do anything differently? Maybe contact a lawyer before filing the complaint, make sure I was protected. But otherwise, no. I'd make the same choices, because at the end of the day, I'd rather be divorced and alone than married and disrespected. She wanted TikTok fame. She got it, just not the kind she wanted. I wanted a partner who respected me. Turns out I didn't have one. Now I don't have the illusion either. That's better. Painful, but better. My ex chose escalation every single time. That told me everything I needed to know. The divorce is done. The chapter is closed. I'm moving forward. Slowly, carefully, but forward, and that's enough.